Hey everybody, and welcome once again to Count Gauntly's Horrors from the public domain. I think this is number 56 or 57, somewhere along those lines. So the years have been advancing as they are wont to do, and time takes its toll. It wears you down a little bit. And so we're in the off season now. You'll see we're a little short-handed in terms of crypt dwellers. A lot of them are on vacation right now. Ogrod is out sailing. I think the glorious leader's on his yacht. Thelonious is water skiing, that sort of thing. But Gauntly doesn't journey too far from his crypt usually, not without a camera at least. And so I'm just here. I got my my organ here. I'll practice my skills since as I said, Ogrod is not here. But hey, he's not the only one who can play the organ. And I wonder if there's anybody else out there who might also be experiencing an off season of sorts. Any visitors?
Hello, Gauntly.
Oh, someone draws near. You're a very familiar face around these parts. Welcome.
Yes. Well, I've had quite a Christmas season, let me tell you. As usual, it's worn me a little bit thin, and it's had me starting to think a bit about the future. And I can tell that you're thinking about the future as well, Gauntly, so I think we're both very much on the same page.
That's very true, Santa. Now, how'd the holiday season go?
Well, the usual. I'm starting to get sort of in the swing of things about, Christmas has started being a bit of a routine thing for me. It's starting to definitely wear me down, and I've started to think about where am I going to be in 20, 30 years still doing this, and I'd like to, keep doing this as well as I can over the years. So I've started to look into ways to rejuvenate myself, to make myself last longer, so I can make Christmas a more joyful, buzzy time for everyone.
Yes, very busy time of year for you, I'm sure. And as it's a job that Santa typically, I would assume, holds for a while, assuming you can stave off rivals and that sort of thing, infighting at the North Pole, you're going to need to hold it as long as possible. So what are some things you've been pursuing to extend your lifespan?
Well, my magic can stave off my aging process a little bit, but I have also been looking into some outside work. I'm taking part in a new experimental treatment involving royal jelly from bees, and it seems to be working quite well. I feel more powerful than ever, and things just sort of buzz by me very quickly. But there are some side effects that you probably aren't even aware about, but they have been making themselves known to me.
Huh. Well, you look pretty good. There is something different about you, I got to say. I don't know. If I'm being real right now, I think you got some wings on your back.
Oh yes. Well, the wings are one of those side effects that I had mentioned. They are somewhat useful if I don't want to take my sled. I can fly around on my own. And other things like that, I feel this strange urge to make honey all of a sudden, and upmarket lip balm as well. But other than that, I'd say it's same old Santa, same old me, just more rejuvenated than ever, and just looking to explore these new bee feelings that I have.
Yes, well, there comes a time in every man's life where his body begins to change, and he does experience some new feelings, some bee feelings in this case. And to help you and anyone at home struggling with bee feelings, we're going to check out The Wasp Woman by Roger Corman. It features a protagonist who deals with much this same problem while pursuing rejuvenation, and we'll see if we can adjust you to your new lifestyle. Enjoy.
As you can see, gentlemen, sales for the last fiscal quarter have dropped 14.5%. There has not been a corresponding drop in our competitor sales. I trust one of you gentlemen has a satisfactory explanation for this decline. Not one little suggestion, gentlemen. We'll start with you, Thompson. As public relations manager, no doubt you have some faint glimmering of what's happening to Stalin products. Well, Thompson?
Well, you see, I
had no idea you were such an excellent public speaker, Thompson.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Starlin. I guess I'm not feeling very well this morning.
I'm sorry you aren't.
I think I can tell you why Starlin products are falling off so badly, Miss Starlin.
We're listening, Lane. Where would you put the responsibility for this decline?
On you, Miss Starlin.
I imagine you have arguments to support that contention.
We've all been looking at it for the past 20 minutes. The most convincing argument is right on that graph. May I show you? Thank you. Now, right here in April is when Starlin sales started falling off.
Very clever of you, Lane.
Would you mind waiting until I finish, Miss Starlin?
That's enough, Lane.
Relax, Willis. My apologies for the interruption. Go on.
Thank you. Now, as I said, sales began to fall in April. But the reason for the fall was back here in February. The Starlin products have always been thought of as something of a modern miracle in the cosmetics trade. A firm built to a multi-million-dollar-a-year business on the strength and appeal of one person, Janice Starlin. From the beginning right through until February of this year, only one woman's face was used to advertise those products. Your face, Miss Starlin. The public have come to accept you as a symbol. Well, now, after 16 years, they see a different face. They don't trust it. They feel cheated. The simple fact is that Starlin Cosmetics should have Janice Starlin's picture advertising them. Well, that's about all I've got to say.
A darn good job of saying it, too.
I agree. Lane makes a lot of sense on that score, Miss Starlin.
I think I've had enough flattery for one morning, gentlemen. It was a very convincing argument, Lane.
There's a Mr. Zimthorpe to see Miss
There's
Starlin.
only one small factor you've overlooked. Not even Janice Starlin can remain a glamour girl forever.
Miss Starlin,
Yes, Mary.
there's a Mr. Zimthorpe in reception. He says he has an appointment.
Thank you. Well, this has been a very informative get-together. That'll be all for now. Oh, Arthur,
Yes, Miss Starlin.
I'd like to see you in my office, please.
Sure, Miss Starlin. Take it easy, hotshot. Something on your mind, Miss Starlin?
You've done some work on royal jelly, haven't you?
A little.
Are there any real therapeutic values in it?
Well, I'd say so. Of course, a lot depends on each individual's reaction to the stuff.
What do you mean?
It's just that no two people react in precisely the same way. One man's meat's another man's poison.
Oh. But you think royal jelly can be beneficial in some cases?
Queen bees set a lot of store by it.
I'll accept that as an affirmative answer. Supposing a more powerful form of royal jelly could be obtained. From the queen wasp, for example. I mean, well, do you suppose that might have some rejuvenating effect on a human being?
I'd stay away from wasps if I were you, Miss Starlin. Socially, the queen wasp is on a level with the black widow spider. They're both carnivorous. They paralyze their victims and then take their time devouring them alive. They kill their mates in the same way, too. Strictly a one-sided romance.
Well, I'm not exactly interested in the love life of the queen wasp. I want your opinion on the possibilities of using enzyme extracts from royal wasp jelly, commercially.
If you want an honest opinion, Miss Starlin,
Of course I want an honest opinion.
then my advice is forget about it.
Thank you, Arthur.
Anytime, Miss Starlin.
have Mr. Zinthrop come in.
Yes, Miss Starlin. You can go in now, sir.
Oh. About time.
Janice Starlin Enterprises.
Miss Darling?
Yes. How do you do? I'm afraid I won't be able to give you much time, Mr. Zinthrop.
But it is I who give you the time, Miss Darling. Oh, yes. Plenty time I give you. 10, maybe 15 years I give you.
I want you to understand one thing very clearly, Mr. Zinthrop. I expect absolute proof of what you claimed in your letter. Tangible proof, not words.
Such proof you shall get, madame. And more. But I think I better show you in the laboratory, yes?
All right. Come on.
Look.
They look terrible. Why don't you put them out of their misery?
Madame, you ask for proof. Please be kind enough to look at proof you ask for. May I proceed? Thank you. Come, little. In a few minutes, madame, you shall see a miracle you shall not believe. Oh, no tricks. You may look if you like. I have no tricks. Well, don't look at me. I'm not changing.
Don't believe it. It's not possible.
I see you do not believe one animal, so I bring two. I show you again, yes?
Yes, I must be sure.
Yes, madame. Well, Miss Darling, does my secret have interest for you, yes?
What are your terms, Mr. Zinthrop?
First, I must have a laboratory equipped with everything I need for my research. If we're successful, well, I ask for a little percentage. But I must get full credit for my discovery. That is most important to me.
I'll have Gordon draw up the contracts.
Oh, contracts. Contracts I do not need. You give me your word. Good enough for me.
You amaze me. Frankly, when I received your letter, I thought you were just another eccentric. But there was always a chance you might not be. Then you walk in here and show me nothing short of a miracle. 2 miracles. And you say that you'll accept my word that I won't cheat you.
You won't. I know you're a good woman, even if you do not like other people to know it. However, my formula may not be good for human beings. I have not tested yet.
You will on me.
Oh, no. There might be danger.
Those are my terms, Mr. Zinthrop. Janice Starlin will be your next guinea pig.
Very well. Though it may take a little time to prepare sufficient extract, a week, maybe more.
I'll make whatever arrangements you may need for your equipment.
Thank you, madame. Now I see how you built all this.
I'm very close to losing it, Mr. Zinthrop. Maybe working together we can save Janice Starlin Enterprises. Maybe even make it bigger than ever before.
Yes.
I'm sure the next 3 months we'll see a rise in Starlin sales that will surpass anything we've dared imagine. Mr. Zinthrop is working on the final stages of a development that will revolutionize the cosmetic industry. He's to have a free hand in his experiments and will be answerable to no one but myself. At the moment, I cannot divulge the nature of Mr. Zinthrop's experiments, but I can assure you it will bring worldwide recognition to Janus Starlin Enterprises.
Zinthrop must be the granddaddy of all confidence men to take in a gal like Starlin. Why doesn't somebody wise her up?
Like you, for instance? Bill, what makes you think Zinthrop really isn't on the level? After all, we don't even know what he's working on. It could be very legitimate.
You're as bad as she is. Oh, women.
Men. Every time you're stuck to an answer, you always come up with women. You're not getting out of this one so easily. I'd like to know why you think Zinthrop really hasn't got something.
Well, you can call it male intuition if you like. It's just that there's something about this whole business that doesn't smell right. The private laboratory, the secret experiments, Zinthrop himself. The only thing that's missing is a genie with a lamp.
You better leave the intuition to me. I'll let you buy me dinner.
Buy you dinner? What's happened to your sporting blood? I thought we were going to toss for the check.
Oh, no. You won the last 3 times.
All right, look, I'll make a deal with you. Dinner is on me if you promise to keep an eye on what goes on in there.
What do you want me to do? Read her mail and send you messages and keep her code?
You could do worse.
Oh, no, Mr. Cooper, not you, too.
I've been trying to tell Bright Eyes here that I think Zinthrop is a phony and a confidence man.
If I were sure of that, I wouldn't be worried. I think he's a lot more dangerous. A quack.
Well, I don't follow you, Coop.
Well, a confidence man would just be interested in your money. The only damage they can do is to your pocketbook.
Yes, we are making progress. There's great improvement in the tissue.
Why is it taking so long? It's the 3rd week.
You forget, my dear, there's more to you than a little kitten, no? Besides, there's a difference in metabolism.
Why not increase the dosage? Wouldn't that step up the process?
Patience, my dear, patience. We must tread lightly, with care. Your arm, please. You know, I've been experimenting with a concentrated solution of the enzymes. Oh, a great deal more powerful than the solution I've been using in your injection.
Oh?
Yes. And I think it will be better for lotions. As an emollient lotion, it'll make estrogenic creams and all such products old-fashioned. My dear, Starlin will be world famous, bringing you to millions.
You're right, Zinthrop. There are going to be a few red faces in my advertising department.
But I am right. Why, your own mirror will tell you that I am right. Why, you look at least 5 years younger than you looked 3 weeks ago.
I know.
Mr. Zinthrop's a very capable confidence man, from what I read in this letter. He claims he can stimulate the processes of rejuvenation through the use of enzymes extracted from wasps.
Oh, for...
Well, what are you two Sherlocks going to do about it?
Right now, I don't know.
Frankly, I'm getting tired of the whole business. That woman's so intent on holding back time, she's ready to fall for the first phony line she hears. Wasps.
Bill,
Face the facts, Mary. Janice Starland has built her whole life on youth and beauty. Now that she's losing them, she's scared to death. Right now, she's on cloud 9 with that quack Zinthrop that I'd hate to be around when she comes back down to earth.
Well, maybe we can let her down easy. I think we owe her that much.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to do? We can't just let Zinthrop build up her hopes and then knock the props out from under her.
How can he do such a terrible thing? Poor Jan. There must be something we can do before it's too late.
He's got a mighty convincing argument. Very impressive to the layman. 10 to 1, he's got a record just as impressive. There are ways to find out. The answer might be right here in our hands. Heads. I'm going to keep this letter for a day or two.
Wait a minute. Suppose she finds out it's gone. I'm the only one with access to that desk. She'll know I took it.
Well, that's a chance you have to take, Mary.
I think we can be pretty sure that Coop knows what he's doing, honey.
Oh, come on, young lovers.
What is it, Maureen?
It is you, Miss Starling.
Of course it's me. Who did you think it was?
You look so different.
Finish your nails. Maureen.
Hmm?
I think your phone is ringing.
Oh, yes, Miss Starling. Good morning. Janice Starlin Enterprises.
Janice Starlin Enterprises is about to start on the most widespread publicity campaign in the history of the cosmetic industry. Our slogan will be, Return to Youth with Janice Starlin. When Mr. Zinthrop arrives, there will be a press interview, and all questions regarding the rejuvenation process will be referred to him. That'll be all for now, gentlemen.
It's amazing. Oh, it's wonderful. You look marvelous.
I said that will be all for now, gentlemen. Good morning. Oh, not you, Mary. Wait a moment, please.
Yes, Miss Starlin.
Isn't it wonderful? It's a miracle. A wonderful, incredible miracle.
We were so worried about you. We really thought you were in danger. We even went to plotting how to rescue you from Mr. Zinthrop. It all seems so silly. It seems ridiculous.
Oh, Mary. Mary, how old do I look? Tell me. How old? How old do I look? Tell me. How old?
23, maybe 22.
That's how old I was when I started Janice Starlin Enterprises. Do you realize what that means? I'm back where I started, 18 years ago, with what it took 18 years to accomplish. It's like a dream.
A bunch of quacks were treating people with monkey glands. Seemed to work for a while, and then the deterioration set in.
That's awful. Do you think that will happen to Jan?
I don't know. If I could just get inside of his lab and run a breakdown on what he's using. days since the accident, Jan. And no sign of improvement. He's still in a coma. You heard what the doctor said. He may never regain consciousness. And even if he does, who knows how badly his brain has been damaged.
Well, I'll give it another 48 hours. If he doesn't regain consciousness by then, well, you can take over the laboratory, Arthur.
Janet.
It's my decision.
Incredible. Right in front of our noses. I can't have used it all. I could run a qualitative analysis.
So we've learned a thing or two about dealing with our bee feelings. They're kind of in the thick of it right now. She's exhibiting her transformation and her increased aggression from that jelly. Do you feel any aggression, Santa?
You know, it's funny you should mention that. There is a part of me that wants to sting you right now. And I don't know where that's coming from. I've never felt that urge before in my life, so that is starting to present itself to me.
Oh my goodness. Well, in the event that you do feel like toning down your bee-ness at any point, I've got something that usually works okay for me. Got some warm bottled blood right here. I assume it's human. You know, Ogrot and I just kind of leave this stuff lying around, so there could be all kinds of odds and ends in there, frankly. But I'm pretty sure it's primarily human, so take a swig of that, get some fresh blood, as they say, coursing through your veins, and I'll take a little bit first. Offer you the sloppy seconds.
Well, you know I'll drink just about anything someone hands me, so
That's the
looking
spirit.
forward to be myself some more. It's very salty, with a hint of iron.
Well, you got to have a little bit of irony in your life. So, how do you feel now that you've swigged that salty stuff?
Well, I can definitely feel a few more of my honey-making instincts softening a bit. Certainly the stinging is off the table for now, shall we say. I definitely feel a little bit more in the present-making mood. So certainly things are rearranging themselves a bit right now, I'd say.
Excellent. The bee levels are ebbing, the Santa levels are flowing, and we'll see how it goes as we return to the Wasp Woman.
campaign in the history of cosmetic advertising. Every newspaper and magazine in the country will be flooded with our new slogan, Return to Youth with Janice Starlin.
Excuse me, Miss Starlin.
What is it, Thompson?
I think we should be a little conservative, Miss Starlin. Cosmetics are one thing, medications another. We're liable to run into trouble.
Yes. All advertising copy will be cleared through your office.
Well, it's a touchy business, you know.
Max is right, Miss Starlin.
You don't have to second the motion, Lane. I want one thing understood very clearly now, gentlemen. Janice Starlin Enterprises is going to bring the most fantastically saleable product ever developed by modern cosmetics to the public. And I don't intend to be restricted by timidity on the part of my own staff. Is that clear?
Are you all right, Miss Starlin?
Just a little headache, Mary. I'm fine.
Can I get you something?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Thank you.
I have some aspirin in my purse.
It's all right, Mary. Well, that'll be all for now, gentlemen.
Sure is funny about old Coop.
This is one day of work and you're ready to call missing person.
Well, he's a pretty conscientious guy, honey. If he felt sick or something, he'd have called in.
Relax. He'll probably be in bright and chipper in the morning.
Am I interrupting something?
Oh, we were just having a little coffee clutch, Miss Starlin. We were talking about Mr. Cooper.
What about Mr. Cooper?
Well, about his missing the meeting this morning. Nobody's been able to reach him all day.
I wouldn't worry about that. Mr. Cooper's been here a long time. Probably feels he's entitled to take a day for himself now and then.
That's what I've been trying to tell Mr. Lane.
Oh, by the way, Miss Starlin, how is Mr. Zinthrop?
Oh, fine. In a few days, we'll start the layouts for the campaign.
Oh, I'm ready when you are, boss.
Look those over.
Hey, Bill.
Huh?
Don't go getting any ideas about the boss.
Well, me? Don't be silly. I just wanted to know that I'm an eager member of the team.
Guarantee of this, too.
What's that? What?
Here, lie back now. You just had a bad dream. Lie down now.
Oh,
Go to sleep.
such horrible sound. Like a nightmare.
It's a bad dream. Lie down. Just a dream.
Tell Mr. Green that personnel is his responsibility. I have other things to think about than worrying whether the night watchman walked off the job.
Well, that's just it, Miss Starlin. Mr. Green feels that the watchman never left the building. His lunch pail and his raincoat are still in the basement.
I don't want to hear anything more about it, Mary.
All right, Miss Starlin.
We'll use these.
Oh, fine.
She swears she heard a scream from one of the other floors. Zinthrop heard it, too, but she convinced him he was having a bad dream.
Oh, maybe they both were.
That's not funny anymore, Mary. There's something going on in that building. And I'm going to find out what it is.
How?
Have a look around Cooper's lab, for one thing. After that, I don't know.
Hold it steady.
Bill, this is crazy. We can really get in trouble.
I won't tie this, Warren, but it is important.
All right, Miss Starlin. I'll be in my room.
Sinthrop. Sinthrop, you've got to help me. Something's happening. Something's happening to me. I can't control it.
There is something I must remember, but I can't.
Try to think. The Wasp enzymes. The extracts you were experimenting with before the accident. Try to think.
Well, this is Zinthrop's notebook, Mary. Notes on his experiments with Jan.
Well, how did Cooper get hold of it?
I don't know. If only Coop would show up. Mary, look.
It's Mr. Cooper's pipe.
Don't you get it? He's going to go out without his pants and leave that pipe behind. He's still somewhere in the building. I bet a year's salary on it.
If he is.
He's dead. And the night watchman.
There's only enough left for one more injection. One more. You've got to make more, Sinthrop. Help me, Sinthrop.
Please, my head, oh, my head.
Sinthrop, help me!
Oh, what?
Help me!
Is he asleep?
I don't know.
No, don't touch him.
If anybody knows what's behind all this, it's him. Mr. Zinthrop.
Bill. Look at...
Well, her coat, purse, and everything else are still in there. She wouldn't go out without her purse.
Bill, let's get out of here. I don't like it.
The cat. The cat. Must warn her.
Mr. Zinthrop.
Who are you?
Well, there's nothing to be alarmed about, Mr. Zinthrop. I'm Bill Lane, and this is Miss Dennison, Miss Starlin's secretary.
Miss Starlin. The cat.
What about a cat?
Must warn her. Injections. Must not take any more injections.
Is Miss Darlin in danger?
Terrible danger. I must...
Take it easy, Mr. Zinthrop. You're still pretty weak. Mary, see if you can get Jan on the phone.
All right. All right.
There's no answer. Oh, Miss Darlin?
Is that you, Mary?
Where are you? We're in the building. We're in Mr. Zinthrop's room. Something's happened down here.
Here, let me talk to her. Hello, Miss Starlin. This is Lane.
Why are you and Mary still in the building?
I must help. I'm
Don't let him get up,
responsible.
Mary.
I must help. I must not
I
hold
can't
me
explain
back.
now, Miss Starlin.
I must go.
Hang on to
I
him.
must help. You must not hold me back.
Don't worry, Mr. Zinthrop. We won't let anything happen to Miss Darlin.
Hello. Hello, Miss Starlin.
What's going on down there?
Stay in your office. I'll be right up. Keep an eye on Zinthrop, honey. I'm going upstairs.
Oh, no. The insect. The insect.
Take it easy, Mr. Zinthrop.
You do not understand. Miss Darling, she's in danger. I must warn her.
Look, I'll have to stay here. You go for Jan.
Okay.
When you get up there, call the police. You can't get outside on this phone.
All right, I'll hurry.
That's not the police. No, no, the police.
What is it, Mary?
Darling, please. Will you please call the police?
What for?
Look, I don't have time to...
Mary! I'm sorry I had to do that. There's no time for hysteria. Now, what is this?
The enzymes. The enzymes, they've gone crazy.
Sure, Mr. Sinthrop. Now, you just relax and take it easy. Everything will be all right. We'll take care of those, whatever
You do not
call them.
understand. You do not understand that girl. You shouldn't have sent her upstairs. She's in danger. You must stop her before it is too late.
Okay, as soon as the cops get here, we'll take her...
Oh, you fool, you fool. Miss Darling will kill her and tear her body to shreds.
Miss Starlin, kill Mary?
Miss Darling is not a human being any longer. The enzymes have changed her. She will destroy the girl as a female wasp would destroy her enemies, and then devour the remains.
Then Bill found Mr. Zinthrup's notebook in Cooper's desk. No, there's no mistake. We've got to call the police now.
Now, Mary, you're just getting a little excited. Now, who could possibly want to hurt Mr. Cooper?
I don't know. It's not only Mr. Cooper. What about...
I told you were correct.
Mary!
Wait, I go with you.
I can't wait. I'm going to take the stairs.
Oh, look. Laboratory. She's going to laboratory.
Get up the stairs fast. Mary. Oh, Mary.
reached the end of the film. We're still experiencing some unusual side effects here. I think perhaps there must have been some contaminants in that blood that we shared, you know. It was of indeterminate species. It was probably a mix. I'd be willing to bet maybe some bee blood got in there.
Gauntly, this is worse than before. I can't be like this at Christmas. What will the children think?
Oh, well, we've got the whole year to sort it out. So stick with us throughout the coming months, holidays or none. And, you know, what they say, don't share needles. But while we deal with our current state of affairs, come join me here, and I've got a little lesson for you that I've learned in days of yore. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I was just a child in school, I asked my teacher, what should I try? Should I paint pictures? Should I sing songs? This was her wise reply. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my lover what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my lover said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. So, are you at one now with your bee-ness?
What will be, will be.
So, whatever kind of feelings you're dealing with at home, be they bee-related or otherwise, I hope you can take this simple message to heart, and throughout the year ahead, just be yourself. And as always, pleasant nightmares. we go. Beautiful.
There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello. A bee in my bonnet, hello. There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello. A bee in my bonnet, hello.